Hello. So I'm in the terror cell. If there's anything that erupts, helicopters that hover, you go in the corner and see that. Mufflers like hell on earth, okay? Booming, bashing, someone dropping a body crushing down. The shit happens here. Okay, it's nothing that I have not already reported. That is why I'm able to say it on the internet. It's the events and incidences that I have been witnessing for the last few recent months that I am not able to report on the internet anymore. It has gotten too serious here, and you can tell if you go on the corner. I strongly suggest this. You can see the most amazing helicopter raids and operations. It's really incredible. The people you are seeing is the Russian military, and it is the U.S. Military that is not cooping. And as far as how they are titling themselves, don't ask me. I have been trapped inside of 1509 S Street Northwest, an ISIS Muslim terror cell, for 5 years this September, unable to get any police to search, raid, question, or investigate absolutely anything that I, hands a judge, have witnessed here. They won't investigate anything I verbally state or film. They won't investigate the freaking mail. They won't investigate all my stolen mail. From any number of felony and misdemeanor criminal crime, capital, all of it, felony crimes, they won't investigate it, to the point where everybody who I witnessed and was filming and who I know was an accomplice and all these legal terms, they're all dead. I'm the only one still in here alive. And since then, okay, people, since those two were dead and then all these other ones pile in, they do, okay, and I can't talk anymore about it on the internet. Since that point, I have to stop talking about it on the internet. I'm in a very, very active terror cell with many of the terrorists are U.S. civilians. Okay? All right. What I wanted to share while I'm sitting in here. So while I'm sitting in here, just remember where I am, what's going on in my life. And if anything weird sounds or helicopters, I'm just going to frankly and truthfully try to ignore it and carry on with my monologue. I prayed and I asked Jesus about this, if I could say this. And because of the GRU and the Navy SEALs is the reason why I'm able to say it. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to do it in 14 minutes like I always do. When you watch the movie, I liked this one scene so much in the movie. It still stands out to me. When you watch the movie about the pink rabbit, I'll put it back up, with the first Nazi SS Adolf Hitler genocide proven, horrifying genocide of, it was actually 11 million Jewish people. They have calculated and found, verified, proven, okay, that it was around 8, but it was 11. 11 million human beings. Many of them were white Germans and other white European, and also anyone who was black were arrested, rounded up, and gassed to death. So that really did happen. The media coverage, victimizing, endless victimization of a known and proven terror group called Hamas is just that, sensationalized propaganda, which Adolf Hitler did himself. Adolf Hitler went on a media frenzy before he invaded Poland. A lot of it was disinformation, intentional. So I really want to share this with that movie about the Pink Rabbit movie, which I'll put up right after this video, so you can reference the movie. There is a scene in that movie where it's the original. It's the Nazi family was eating breakfast with their children. The man, it states in the script when you watch the scene, they're Nazis. The man was with his wife and the 2 kids. This is precisely where America failed and what will be known in history. And I'm honored that I get to at least say this on any sort of published, public account that others can hear, because I said it whether they want to deny it or not. I'm not the only one who will say this, but I said it. Where the Americans went wrong with their neo-Nazi uprising that we're dealing with right now is back in the 60s, folks, 1962. They dissolved and annihilated the family structure here in the United States of America. The neo-Nazis do not know what a mom or a dad is. They have no idea of family structure. The Nazis did, and this is precisely why they were so dangerous. They weren't afflicted with antisocial or any diagnosable personality disorders, or syndromes, pathologies. Go down the litany of issues, personal issues, the American person has, I myself am included, because of the fact that we don't have families. If anyone knows in the United States about not having a family, I am one of them. And about having a family that was ridden with domestic abuse. No father, absent mother, so on and so forth, on and on and on. America was so plagued with the dissolving and the absence of any family that by the 80s, and still to this day, it's a commonplace to read about how they kill their kids. Toddlers are on a regular basis being killed by one or both of their primary caregivers here. It's really not a phenomena that you see in other countries. You do see the crime happen occasionally. It's a horrible thing, but it's literally a phenomena and a regular occurrence in all 50 states here on a regular basis. This neo-Nazi uprising will never be able to take hold and power like the German Nazis were aspiring to do. Precisely because they don't have that Nazi dad, Nazi mom, and Nazi kids. Now, these neo-Nazis in America might sit at their nasty, gross, greasy diner, yapping about their neo-Nazi hate speech. But they're not factually, concretely, or anywhere on planet Earth ever going to be the original Nazis. There is no family structure here, and nobody knows really how to be a dad or a mom, or a daughter or a son. What we know here, and I know everyone understands what I'm saying, we know sexual abuse, We know rape. We know all these sexual perversions. We are the most afflicted, abused mass of people. Then we tribalize, become tribal, everybody's this or that. And then the white majority rose up and actually believed, because that's another affliction they have here. Whatever they think, they believe. They believe they were actually like the original Nazis. No. The original Nazis were the most terrifying group of people that amassed and waged war on other human beings in modern history. It was an entire society in Europe that had a mom, that had a dad, that actually did do their basics of nuclear family, love and affection, take care of the dependents. They don't have psych issues from abuse, neglect, so on and so forth. They're raised as basically functioning individuals, but vicious, venomous, bloodthirsty white nationalists. And they were highly educated. They knew how to do math, read, and write. So just take a breath, everybody, please. I am going to. And thank God that we're not dealing with that. No, we're not. As terrifying as it's been here for me in the last 5 years in this city and this terror cell, thank God we're not dealing with that. The police here that want to cover up all these crimes and everything that we know I've witnessed, they are not the SS Gestapo. They are not the freaking cops that Mussolini sent out. Mussolini had some of the most wicked police that rounded people up in Italy. I urge you to look some of this up. I can't in here. I have to plug my ears. You can see how I type. You can tell there's a lot going on around me. Yeah, it's miserable here. I'm doing everything I can to get out of this city. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. All right? But there's far too much military activity that you can stand in the corner and see all the time now. I'm sorry. I did this with my hands because this place is infested with fucking bugs. Might I add, I sit and live in these kind of conditions where I'm always doing this because of fucking bugs. I don't want to live here in a terror cell, folks, if I need to remind anyone that. But you've seen too much military activity over these roofs for me to sit here and completely cast away that they can't raid while I'm saving money, because I have to save my money to leave. And this is going to require a few weeks, you know what I mean? So at any moment with this many helicopters always over this place, yeah, they might. And so I would be thrilled if it happened. But just take a breath and be so glad that you're not dealing with that Nazi nuclear family of the son, the daughter, the mom, the dad. I mean, they are in place. The dad works, the mom's at home. She's caring for these kids. These kids don't have issues, dude. They are being indoctrinated with the most dangerous Mein Kampf known on modern history. We're not dealing with that, dude. We're dealing with people who are skitzed out in Washington, D.C. and skitzed out in the U.S. Bye.